Welcome to Talking Football on 1252 Sports Entertainment. What's up, everybody, and welcome to Talking Football. I am Fat Mike, and it is Week 11 football season, everybody. I'm excited for it. I can't wait for it. It's going to be a good show today. We got a lot of stuff to hit on. I'm going to be here. We're going to be talking the PICKEMS this week. We're going to be talking some big news out of the 1252 side of things, and I'm really excited to be here with you guys today. So make sure you guys tune in. If you guys got anything that you guys want to chime in about, hit me up in the message. We'll bring you guys on. It'll be a lot of fun. With me, as always, is Tyler DeMouse and Angelo Camacho. It should be a good show today. They're trying to get their shit together here, and it's going to be fun. So here's Tyler. We're waiting for Angelo to get his stuff figured out and get on the show with us. Tyler, good morning, man. How's it going?
What's up? What's up? Excited for some more football. Hopefully this week's a better week betting than last week, but football's football.
I got my ass chewed last week, man. It wasn't even fair last week. I got rolled in a lot of games last week. I haven't had a good week betting in like the last 2 weeks since I won big a couple weeks back. But I did somehow survive the Thursday night game, and Dan Arnold caught me a touchdown late, and he was at like a plus something for an anytime, plus 9 something for an anytime touchdown, and I was able to bank on that a little bit. Now, and joining us now, finally, hopefully his internet stuff is back and better, is Angelo Camacho. Angelo, what's going on, my friend? How we doing?
Well, as long as my internet fucking holds up, we'll be good. So,
all right. Well, I'm hoping. I hope so, Angelo. I hope it holds up for you, bud. But yeah, man, we're ready. It's week 11. We're in the season. Buys are on buys. You know what, dude? I can't fucking talk today. I can't talk at all, period. I called Angelo, Anthony. I called Tyler. Who did I call? I called you something, too.
No. You were talking about Julio Jones. You called him Calvin Jones.
I called him Calvin Jones, right, yeah. And you know what's funny, too? When I said Calvin Jones, I was coincidentally thinking Calvin and Hobbes, too. So I don't know what the hell's wrong with my brain today. Calvin and Hobbes may be a little too old for you, Tyler. I don't know if you understand those guys. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
All right. So, yeah, like I said, it is week 11. Thankfully, the Bears are on bye week this week. Yeah. Sweet Pete, I am so happy that the Bears are on bye week. Now I can actually just sit back, relax, and enjoy some football. Word to you guys real quick. Megan is doing much, much better. As you know, last week we did Talking Football as I was sitting live in the parking lot of the hospital. Megan had a quick little emergency, but everything's good. Everything's fine now. She's back chained to the stove with a full bowl of food and a full fresh bowl of water, and everything's good to go. Everything's good to go. So that's on that note. It's good. It's back to a regular Sunday again. So, but yeah. So yeah, no Bears today, Angelo. How are you feeling about that, man?
I feel like I needed that break. You know, when you're in a toxic relationship and you and your girl, you and your guy, whatever relationship you're in, you and your dog. You know, dog shitting on the floor, girl and you are arguing
at the same time.
Yeah,
the dog constantly shits on the floor and bites me.
Yeah,
you don't like
me. Like there's that one moment where you're like, you know, maybe we just need some space. She goes to her parents' house, you go to your parents' house, whatever, and you're like, man, now it's time to reset, enjoy this little bit of a break, and then jump back into the chaos in a week or two. And that's exactly what we're going to do next week is we're going to enjoy this weekend off. And then next week, we're going to realize, well, they're going to get their teeth kicked in and we're going to be right back to it again. You're going to walk right back in the house and she's going to smack you or throw a pan at your head, whatever. I don't know.
Right.
But it's a love-hate relationship for sure. It's ridiculous.
Next week is not going to be a fun week for you or I, Angelo, as we got to go up against this fucktard's Packer team. It's not going to be a lot of fun. It's going to suck. I'm not looking forward to it, but at least it's going to be just in time for us to get embarrassed again in prime time, which is going to be fantastic.
Maybe that'll lead to some bigger things changing, but we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next week. We do, like I said, guys, we do have a great show for you guys tonight. Tonight. I don't know. Again, I don't know what's wrong with me. All right, I'm
Mike's drunk from yesterday.
I'm still drunk from yesterday, but it'll be fine. But no, we do have some big news for you guys, and I want to hop in with this really quick. Tyler, Angelo, and myself, we are a part of the 1252 sports team, guys. And that is, let me see if I can pull it up here. Where's the brand logo? This guy right here up in the corner, 1252 Sports. And it's also in the background. I can't pull it. Oh, here we go. 1252 overlay. Boom. That's us, guys. 1252 Sports Entertainment, Chicago-based company here. We do have something really kick-ass for you guys, man. We have the online store for you guys, where we have 1252 Sports hoodies, Fat Mike Chicago Sports T-shirts, Sport Court Angelo Sport Court AC T-shirts. The Mouse Fantasy shirts are going to be up next as soon as possible, and you can get hats, hoodies, T-shirts, mugs, the whole nine, and it's a lot of cool, and it's really cool, and we do appreciate it. And, get yourself a 1252 Sports hoodie, or get yourself the Fat Jordan shirt, or get yourself the Talking Football Baseball tee, the 3/4 sleeve tee. I know I'm going to get one of them too. But, just guys, I mean, we really do appreciate it, and we do love that you guys come and listen every single week, which is really kick-ass. And, yeah, just get there. So, yeah. All right. So let's hop into week 11 here.
We all wear hats. I'm going to get myself a 1252 hat.
Yeah, I cannot wait to get the 1252 hat. And we're just gonna do this logo. We're gonna do this logo on the hat. This 1252 logo, which is badass. I like it. I already seen the mock-up of the hat. It does look really, really cool on a gray hat or a blue hat. It looks really badass. So, and our colors are navy blue and green, or black and green, however which way you look at it. But we can, you can switch up the colors of your shirts, any color shirt that you want. You can order a pink Fat Mike shirt. You can order a pink Tyler DeMouse shirt, or a turd brown Angelo Camacho Sport Court shirt. I mean, you get to pick the colors. All right, you get to pick the colors. So it's really cool.
Hey, I posted the shop link on our YouTube chat.
Excellent. Thanks, Ty. So you guys in the YouTube channel, right? Yeah, you guys in the YouTube channel, go ahead and give a look at that. And it's cool, man. It's real cool. We work really hard on it. So hopefully you guys buy some of our shit. But on that note, man, week 10 was a fucking disaster. A lot of games. Let's do the breakdown. You know what? Angelo, do you want to do the breakdown of last week?
Oh, sure, because I was the worst of the bunch. I'll just relive that terrible memory. So it wasn't a good week for really you or I. Tyler had a pretty solid week. He went 10-4. You ended at 8-6, and I went 7-7. So 500. I'll take it. Right now, the current standings: Tyler is up by 5 games. It looks like he's at 82, 48-1. I'm at 77, 53-1, and you're at 75, 55-1.
So I'm coming back. I was 6 games back a few weeks ago.
Well, you're 7.
No, I'm not. No.
Well, from me,
second place. Yeah.
Well, yeah, from me,
I was 6 games back of you a few weeks ago. Now I'm coming back, and the storm is rolling, baby.
Hold on. Let me just say this.
Rolling.
It's because I have this problem with picking against the Chicago Bears. That's why I've automatically given myself 4 losses the last 4 weeks because the Bears.
And you won't pick the Packers. That's your.
And I won't pick the Packers. Right. So
don't get busy and moany.
Sometimes that's right there. That's 2 losses. You should be doing better, Mike. Knowing that shit.
Well, you got to understand though too. I'm in such a rut and in such a big hole that I'm taking chances on games that I would not normally take. So from here on out, I'm going to stomp your dick in the dirt because I'm going to pick nothing but winners from here on out. I don't give a shit about first place no more. It's out of my control. It's out of hand. I'm not going to get it. But I can be second best, and that's where I'm coming in. I'm coming to punch you down, buddy.
You're only down by 7 games.
If you're not first or last.
If you're not first or last, I can be second. I can be first loser. I'll be first loser then. I don't care. I'm going to be first at something. If it's in losing, then fine. I don't care.
So, real quickly, we all started week 11 off with a loss.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
We all picked Arizona to win.
That was a bad game,
which didn't work out for us very well. It was close. That was a close game, But Seahawks defense, huh? They came to play that.
Yeah, I mean,
quarter,
they really kind of bottled up Kyler Murray there for a little bit there, and it looked good.
Kyler injured his shoulder early in the game. He took a blow to his shoulder, and you could tell that hampered him throughout the rest of the game.
Right.
Yeah. Now,
right.
if it was
a good game, though.
If it was me, I would rest him. Now you got this extended week, so see how he is after this week, and then go from there. Because right now, if you're the Cardinals, you're kind of looking at the playoffs as your end game right here. You want him to be healthy.
Definitely, because they're in the hunt. I mean, it's not out of question for that division over there. That division is the best division in football right now. I don't care what anybody says. That is the best division in football. Just those teams are so good, but there's only one team that has defense, and that's the Rams. And they're so spotty, the Rams defense.
Yep.
1 week they get fucking shellacked for 28 points. The next week and they give up 10. It's like, I don't know what's going on with you guys. They're not a consistent defense. Right. I still think they're phonies. I'm not a fan of the Rams.
That slacking they got from the Dolphins, that wasn't on their defense. That was Jared Goff turning the ball over left and right. They had two touchdowns on defense that game, and I think they returned another one for on a kickoff.
Yeah. No, you're right. So, but still a pretty weird game, though, to say the least. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, I'm not a fan of the Rams. I think they're phonies. I just don't like Goff. I don't like Goff. He's like generic cough syrup. He's terrible. Yeah, I'm not a fan of him. Like, he's Mitchell Trubisky. Like, he's a generic Mitchell Trubisky. Just he can't move. He's like Nick Foles.
System quarterback.
Right. I think Angelo's choking.
He's dabbing over there.
Yeah,
I hate your
in freeze mode. He's dabbing in freeze mode. So it's like.
No, my allergies are really bad right now.
Oh, mine were kicking the shit out of me yesterday, so I know exactly what it's like. So let's hop into week 10 here and exactly what the hell happened last week. Last week, week 10, the Colts beat the Titans 34-17 on that Thursday night, which was a good game. I like that Colts team, and I really like that Michael Pittman Jr., man. That kid's going to be a stud. I really like that kid. The Browns beat the Texans 10-7 in Cleveland. The Lions beat the Washington football team in a comeback by Alex Smith. Coming back in that game, the Lions pulled it out in the last minute with a field goal, last seconds with a field goal, to be honest. And then the Buccaneers, like I had announced last week, we're gonna trounce the fucking Carolina Panthers. That's exactly what happened last week by doubling their score, 46-23. The Giants, I fucking hate this team. I hate this team. Every time I pick against them, they win. Every time I pick for them, they fucking lose. I hate the Giants, and I still stand by it. Burn New York State to the fucking ground.
I'm pretty sure if you watch back last week, Tyler and I told you to avoid that game. You just decided not to listen to us.
Fucking jerk-offs. I fucking hate that team. All right. The Packers. Now, my big bet last week that I told everybody was to cover. The Jacksonville was a +14 in that game. And they ended up covering that game, but still lost in the long run as the Packers beat them 24-20. The Cardinals
Packers couldn't cover 7.5 points for me for my teaser. The only leg I missed on a 10-leg teaser.
I don't want to hear about trash ass Packers when we got the trash ass Bears. Okay, I don't want to hear about it. We got Kyler Murray going up against Josh Allen last week, and he pulled it out 32-30 in an unbelievable game. I don't know if you guys watched that game. That's the game that Kyler Murray went deep to DeAndre Hopkins for the tutty, and that was fucking unbelievable. That was a great play, great game. It was one of those games that I had on all afternoon after the Bears, because there was no Bears last week on Sunday. I had that game on, flipping back and forth between that and the Jags and the Jags-Packer game. But fucking, man, that Kyler Murray, he is something special. I mean, we were talking about it a little bit ago. That Kyler Murray is something, man. He really is. He really is. Tyler, looks like you got something to say.
Yeah, that touchdown there. So leading up to that, I was in a fantastic spot for fantasy, daily fantasy, and everything. That one touchdown right there cost me 5 matchups. I would have went undefeated in everything if that touchdown did not happen.
Yeah, that sucks, man. That's terrible. That's a tough break. After that, we had the Dolphins again, guys. We talked about it last week. Dolphins beating the Chargers cannot fucking secure a win. They are terrible. I mean, they're a very, very good bad team. I don't understand what's going on with that team. Like, they are a good bad team. That defense is terrible, man. They can't stop a fucking nosebleed. They're bad. Thoughts on that game, Ty? What's going on?
Well, they're gonna trounce the Jets this week, so we'll be able
But the Jets got a plus 9.5.
Okay. Yeah, well, the Jets looked okay with Joe Flacco as their quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it looked better, but I'm just saying it looked more competent than it has with Sam Darnold under quarterback.
That's for sure.
Under center.
You can't expect that Joe Flacco to fucking show up every game, though, man. He fucking brought out a time machine and fucking came back from fucking 2011.
I wonder how much it's Joe Flacco. I wonder how much it's Joe Flacco and not Ryan Adam Gase.
Adam Gase.
So
you gotta know right there. Adam Pace and Ryan Gase. Wait,
I did it again. Yeah, I'm having a bunch of what do they call those? Like what do they call them? Freudian slips is what they're called. It's called a Freudian slip.
The Jets have been playing a lot better the last couple of weeks since Adam Gase has given up the play calling duties.
Right.
They've been scoring, and I mean they've looked a lot better. I mean it's hard to look as bad as they looked the first 8 weeks of the season, but they still suck.
Do they cover today, Ty?
I'm just going to avoid that game. I don't know.
9.5.
It's up to 10 now.
It's up to 10. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that as the cover. All right, so moving off of that game, we have the where do we go here? Where did we go here?
We just talked about the Chargers.
Oh yeah, the Chargers. Yeah, and they still suck. Why? How the fuck did we get onto the Jets?
They played the Jets
because they played the Jets today.
Oh yeah, good way to throw me off, guys. You dicks. All right, you guys are picking on the guy with a soft spot here. I'm still, I'm dying here. You guys are killing me. All right, we got the Raiders beating the Broncos in an absolute fucking ass whooping, 37-12. The Rams beat the Seahawks 23-16. The Steelers beat the Bengals, which was my lock of the week, which was a bad one. That was a bad lock, guys. I wanted the Bengals to win. The Bengals did not show up, and the Bengals got trounced by 26 points. It was 36-10 Steelers. The Saints win 27-13. The Patriots upset the Ravens on Sunday Night Football 23-17. And my fucking horse shit Bears score a total of 6 offensive points the entire fucking game.
Yo,
and
that's
lose
2 games
19-13. 19-13. I'm not getting into it. This isn't the Fat Mike show. I'm not talking Bears this week. I'm going to stay in a good mood. Angela, we're staying in a good mood this week. I don't want to talk about that fucking suck-ass team, so I'm not talking about it.
Just don't talk about it.
Just thinking about it is making me upset. Like, literally, thinking about it is making me upset at this point. It sucks.
I feel that.
The team sucks.
The
team sucks. They suck.
Very much. Let's move on from that because you're making me sad now.
Jagoffs. All right. So now we move on to week 11. So what is the totals, Angelo? What are our totals?
One more time.
Give us that one more time. Yeah.
82, 48, and 1. I am in second place at 77, 53, and 1. And Mike, you are coming up the rear, as always, 75, 55, and 1.
Yeah, I am. I'm coming up your rear, Angelo. Yeah, baby. All right, so now we're moving on to week 11. We all took a dump and shit the bed and fucking on the Thursday night game we all picked the Cardinals, and the Cardinals lose by a touchdown. It was a rough game for Kyler Murray, like we already said. Just a tough loss, tough loss for that Arizona team, but I see them bouncing back.
In all fairness, he did get hurt early on. So, like, were we wrong or were we just unlucky? You know what I mean? Like, I'll talk that one up.
Looking back at us picking that game, I should have sat there and been like, okay, Russ doesn't lose 3 in a row.
Right.
And he lost 2 prior games. Like, he was going to come out and like he was going to do everything in his power to win that fucking game last week.
Right, but really, the defense is what won that game.
No, but I mean, Russ still fucking played,
Right. But
you guys made your picks on the Fat Mike show. You guys texted me asking for my pick. If I would have known you guys were both picking the Cardinals as well, I would have been on the Seahawks. But
Well, maybe you shouldn't be a dickhead and listen to the Fat Mike show. That way you know what's going on.
yeah, man. Talk about brand
stuff,
loyalty.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I get in when I can, but man, I got kids and stuff.
Yeah, whatever. Just throw those things away. Who needs kids? Throw them away. Sell them. Talking about a PS5 you're trying to sell. You could sell a kid for like 10 grand, I think.
Yeah,
maybe.
That's true.
You could probably get a little more for them nowadays. Who knows?
Yeah, depending. I mean, if you could sell a kid. Inflation-driven prices, right? All right, so let's move on to the Week 11 schedule here. We have the Steelers. The noon slate is not a great slate. I'm not going to lie. The noon slate is kind of a crummy slate. But let's move on to it here. We got the Steelers at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Angelo, I will let you lead it off. Go ahead.
Man, so I keep thinking, the Steelers have to lose at some point, right? They're not going to go undefeated. You wouldn't think. It's so unlikely. This is a game. The Jaguars played the Packers really well. Now, the Packers are really shitty when it comes to front defensive line pressure, and their defense is suspect. I want to pick the Jags, but I'm going to pick the Steelers, I think. Yeah, the Steelers.
Tyler, go right ahead.
I got the Steelers. Like I've been saying the last couple of weeks, this is the most complete team in the NFL going against one of the worst teams. They're going to absolutely fucking trounce them.
Okay, I'm going to go with the Steelers as well. I do like the spread in this game. Like I liked the Jacksonville spread last week against the Packers. I do like the spread in this game as well. I think it was at 10.5 the last time I checked. But I mean, is it still 10.5?
It is still 10.5.
Yeah, I do like the spread. So if you're going to make a bet on it, this is a game to bet. I do like this game, so I would bet that. But I'm taking the Steelers in this game. Next game we got today, we got the Lions and Panthers. This is a scary game. This is a weird game. I'm not a fan of this game. It's kind of I don't know. It's a goofy slate. Tyler, go ahead.
Check. Okay, go ahead first, Ty. Go ahead.
All right. I think I'm going to go with the Lions. So we still don't know if Teddy Two Gloves is playing. He's going to test it in warm-ups. Last night there was a report come out say he wants to play, but he wants to test it before the game to see if he can actually go. If not, they're going to have PJ Walker starting. Shout out the XFL MVP. But I think the Lions. I think they pull it off narrowly today.
Angelo, we'll let you say what you were going to say.
So here's a little fun stat. I know we're trying to stay away from that team, but if the Lions win today, they're tied with the Bears. So let that sink in, everybody, that the Bears started at 5-1. The Lions, I believe, started at 1 what the fuck were the Lions? 2-4, 2-3? I don't even remember. 2-4? I don't know. But now they're 4-5. They're one game away from tying the Bears. I have the Lions in this game because I think they realize like this is our chance to make up some ground against a team that just overall is so inconsistent.
All right, so I'm going to kind of this game, like I said, the reason I don't like this game is because Teddy Bridgewater's up in the air. That being said, I have to make a pick. Gun to my head, I'm gonna take the Lions, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's dirty. I don't like it.
I feel dirty too. I feel dirty.
Yeah, I mean it's a tough game. Like I said, if Teddy Bridgewater plays, then I want the Carolina Panthers. All right, but I gotta make a pick now. So
yeah.
Oh well.
Oh, so
all right, then
hold on.
Go ahead.
Kenny Galladay and DeAndre Swift are both out this week, and Matt Stafford is active.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I'm glad Matt Stafford is active, but Kenny Galladay being out still
right.
hurts.
But here's the thing, though: Stafford is used to playing down weapons. You know what I mean? So like he's used to getting the other guys involved, right? And playing hurt.
He's used to playing hurt too. Yeah, he's as tough as they come.
Right.
Yeah, I love that. I do like Matt Stafford a lot. He's a good quarterback. All right, the next game we got the Patriots at Texans. I don't like this game either. This game sucks too, but I'll start this one off. I'm going to take the Pats, and I'm going to take the Pats with the points. It was at 2.5.
1.5 now.
1.5.
Ooh, I got that shit at 2.5. Boom, suckers. So that went down a full point. I'm going to take the Patriots in this game. Angelo, how about you?
Both teams are suspect at best.
Patriots just beat the Ravens, though, man.
Okay, the Ravens are suspect. I said that last week I said that the day we picked those picks between that game that I didn't believe in the Ravens, and I still don't believe in the Ravens. I think, man, I really think that there's a chance New England loses. I'm going to take the Texans.
Okay, and Tyler, who are you taking in this one?
I got the Pats. So the Texans, I believe they're last in the league at yards per carry. Patriots are going to run the ball down their throat all game long. And they don't need to pass on them at all.
So we got 2 Patriots, 1 Texans.
Yep.
There we go. Next game of the week we have here, it is the Titans and Ravens. Kind of a show. This game, Titans at the Ravens. This is kind of a weird game, though, too. I'm not a fan of this game either. Both teams have not been playing well. The Titans dropped, 2 in a row now, and then the Ravens dropped 2 in a row now, too. So it's just it's kind of a weird game. I don't know. Tyler, you go ahead. I'm not going to go first on this one. Go ahead.
I'm gonna take the Ravens. I'm not. I don't like it very much, but they're at home. I think they bounced back against the that upset against the Patriots last week, but I'm not very comfortable with that.
Angelo, go ahead.
Man, like I said, I'm suspect on the Ravens. I just think the NFL's kind of figured them out a little bit. You keep Lamar Jackson in the pocket, less likely to go crazy on you. I'm going to take the Titans. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think the Titans are going to try to really push Derrick Henry. They've kind of gone away from him the last couple of weeks, and I think that's really where they've struggled. Is they're like, well, hey, let's let Ryan Tannehill be the superstar, and then they've lost. So I see a heavy dose of Derrick Henry this week.
Yeah, I see. The reason why the Patriots won that game last week against the Ravens, I did watch a little bit of that game too, is because the Patriots ran the ball, and they ran the ball often. And any of the running backs for the New England Patriots aren't as good as Derrick Henry is. I envision Derrick Henry having a big day today. I'm going to go with the Titans because of that, and I think Derrick Henry has a monster day.
Tyler, you picked Titans also. Right?
No, Tyler picked the Ravens.
Oh,
So
sorry, you cut out when I was listening.
Derrick Henry should be able to run all over this defense because Calais Campbell and Brandon Williams are both out for the Ravens.
Well, there you go. So your pick is made. You can't switch, pal.
No, I'm not switching, but yeah, Derrick Henry should be able to run right.
Well, this game's kind of like the battle of the 2 bad defenses now, isn't it? The Titans can't stop anybody on a fucking 3rd down, and then the Ravens can't stop the run. It's just one of those games where this could be a high. So what's the over under at this game?
50, I believe.
Yeah, over is 50. Yeah.
What do you think, Ty? Would you hit the over on that?
I'd probably take the under on that.
Yep.
Nah, I don't know. I'm gonna go with the over on that. I'm gonna go with the over. All right, moving on.
Okay.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Ty.
I was gonna say they're 2 of the most run-heavy teams in the league,
right?
So that slows the pace down a ton. So I don't.
And
think
the clock keeps going.
Right.
The clock keeps running when you run the ball. I think it's gonna be. I can see like a 23-20 type of game.
Right. Okay.
Oh.
All right. Next game, Eagles against the Browns. I don't like this game either, but I'll go first on this one. I am definitely taking the Browns. We saw what happened last week after the Browns get their guard back, and we saw what happens after they get Nick Chubb back. And when that happens, they go for over 200 yards on the ground. I am taking the Browns in this game, and I'm taking the Browns by a landslide because they still do have a pretty solid defense, and the Eagles are just fucking – they're terrible. They're terrible.
I'm taking the Browns. Is out with COVID.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, I'm okay with that. They still got a defense there. It's still a predominantly good defense. I'm taking the Browns. Angelo, how about you?
So Philly's looked better, I guess you would say. They're in a shitty division. I have certain obligations that are on this game, so I'm going to go with the Eagles just because I would feel like a dumbass picking against them at the point. So I'm going to go Philly.
All right, and Tyler.
I got Philadelphia too. So the Eagles have a great run. Yeah, the Eagles have a great run defense, and that is what the Browns want to do. So I think they can bottle it up. You're not going to expect Baker to throw more than 25 times in this game, try and push the ball down the field. I think they're going to bottle up the run. It's going to be a low-scoring game because
weather too. It's supposed to rain. It's supposed to rain again today, all day in Cleveland.
It's another weather game for the Browns.
Yeah, it's like the last 5 games for them have been absolutely terrible.
Their third straight game with just miserable weather.
Yep.
So the under 45.5 here looks nice. But yeah, I think the Eagles pull it out.
All right. So 2 Eagles, 1 Browns for me. All right. The next game, we got the Falcons and Saints. No Drew Brees. Heard an update this morning on Drew Brees. The fucking dude has 11 broken ribs and a punctured lung.
Yeah. And he still plays.
Like, he has no more ribs left to break. Like, let this
still play. Nick Foles got carted off the field. Like,
don't. Why? Why did you bring it up? Why did you have to bring that up?
Nick Foles.
Because I want Drew Brees.
Nick Foles is on the cart almost fucking crying because he's got a fucking bruise.
Yeah. Drew Brees broke every fucking rib in his body and throws a touchdown afterwards. He threw a touchdown. He finished the half with 11 broken ribs.
So I got a funny story here. So
funny story, Bears suck? Fucking that's the punchline?
Well, they do suck. But I'm in a Dynasty Superflex League. So you can start 2 QBs. So my quarterbacks are Patrick Mahomes, Matt Ryan, Sam Darnold, and Andy Dalton. And Garrett Gilbert, which is Andy Dalton's backup. All 5 of them were on a bye last week. So you know who the only quarterback I was able to plug into my line?
Foles.
Famous fucking Jameis. I thought I was taking a fat L last week, and guess what? I fucking won, and famous Jameis came in and got some fucking points.
Yeah, I mean, I want to kind of stick on this game here a little bit before we. Well, let's first pick. Let's make our picks. I'm gonna take the Falcons in this game. I don't know why. Marshawn Lattimore, like you stated earlier, Ty, before we started the show, Marshawn Lattimore is out in this game. No Drew Brees. Taysom Hill is the starting quarterback. It's not Jameis Winston. I'm going to take the Atlanta Falcons in this game.
Yeah, I agree. I'm on Atlanta. Too many factors for the Saints right now. Brees being out, Lattimore being out. It just seems like it's all adding up to a close win, but I got Falcons winning. So,
Ty?
I got the Saints. They're still the Saints. Still Sean Payton coaching the team. Still a terrible defense for the Falcons.
Right.
It's just going to be the Alvin Kamara show today. They're not going. I don't think Taysom Hill throws more than 20 passes. They're going to be running a lot of read options and stuff like that. I think it's Alvin Kamara show, and I don't know if they cover the 3.5 that the spread is. I think they probably win by a field goal, but I think they pull it out.
So Alvin Kamara for rushing yards is, let's see, just for fun, if anybody wants to make a bet on that. Oh, why can't I find it? It doesn't have it on here. Well, never mind. It doesn't have it on here. So forget that.
The thing I wanted to talk about this game is that Jameis Winston is not starting. It is Taysom Hill. And that's kind of a goofy. I mean, listen, I understand, Tyler, you're a big Jameis Winston fan. I think the guy sucks. He's just, I don't think he sucks. I'm just not a fan of him. And he's one of those guys where I couldn't get into the hype of him down there in Tampa Bay. He didn't give me that big, like, oh my God factor. Like, look at this guy play. Like like everybody says about him. I can't get into him. Right. I think starting Taysom Hill is the right move in this game. I do, because that guy's going to be the future of your, eating the W. That guy's going to be the future of your team. So,
I don't know. Taysom Hill
is not the future. Taysom Hill.
How do you know?
He's 31 years old and never started a game at quarterback in his NFL
But he's
career.
the human Swiss Army knife.
Who cares? When has that ever worked in the NFL?
Cordero Patterson.
He's not a quarterback though.
Next week he might be.
He probably should be at this point.
Didn't
the Bears? Oh, never mind. I don't want to talk Bears. Just why do we keep doing this to ourselves? Wes Welker, get out of here with that nonsense.
Who else? Who else is a human Swiss Army knife?
Nobody.
Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham was a tight end a few years ago, trying to get solidified as a wide receiver when he hit free agency. Swiss Army knife, bro.
I don't know. You're reaching here. You're reaching.
Yeah, nobody has ever played
Stop
quarterback,
drinking.
running back,
It's only
wide receiver,
9:30.
tight end, special
Jim
teams.
Thorpe.
Oh my god.
Huh?
All right. Next game is
What about this Fran Tarkington?
I still wanted to talk about this.
Fran Tarkington? All right. Come on. Taysom Hill,
So-
Swiss Army knife, future of the league.
Fantasy aspect here. If you were quick on was it Friday when he got announced the starter, if you were on an ESPN league, you could pick him up and plug him into your tight end spot.
yeah.
He is tight end eligible on ESPN and on Flea Flicker. I have a league on Flea Flicker. He is wide receiver eligible. I am going against him in somebody's wide receiver spot this week in a non-superflex league. So I will be playing against two quarterbacks.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
It is what it is. The system allows it, but what the fuck are you guys doing? Why the hell is he tight end and wide receiver eligible? I mean,
you know what's
honestly,
funny?
if I would have saw it, I would have done the same exact thing that this guy's doing. But what the hell are these fucking platforms doing? ESPN already said they're going to take away his tight end eligibility next week. Why the fuck is he tight end eligible to begin with?
Right. Why not do it this week? He's not a tight end.
He lines up 21% of his snaps he plays at the tight end position. How the fuck does that give you tight end eligibility?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
Garbage. That just solidifies my point that ESPN is the worst fantasy platform out there, and I will never do another league on ESPN.
Words, bro. Jesus.
I hate.
No, you know what the
ESPN.
worst platform for fantasy football is? The worst is NFL.com. It is the worst.
No.
I don't have a problem with it.
It takes me forever to log on. It takes me forever to figure out my team, what's going on with my team. Somehow I got nothing but wide receivers one week. One week I didn't even have a quarterback. It wasn't by the way I drafted. It just popped up. I was like, Kyler Murray, wide receiver. I'm like, what is it? And it wouldn't let me fill him into the fucking – I was like, what is going on here?
I would rather use an Excel spreadsheet to keep track of everything than use the ESPN app. I fucking can't stand ESPN.
You're gonna go back
fantasy
like
platform.
for electronics.
Yes, I would rather do that. Yeah.
And then send a letter in the mail to the winner that they won that week.
Yeah, that's the better way to do it than using fucking ESPN's platform, man. Screw them.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm guilty of this too. Like you just brought up that Taysom Hill is eligible at tight end this week. I'm guilty of it. I'm in a I'm in a super flex league. And I don't have him on the team. I was late to the punch to pick him up after Breeze got hurt. But I was gonna do it because my tight ends are Trey Burton and fucking Dalton Schultz in that league.
Yeah, if you can do it, you do it 100 times. But why the hell are they even giving you the option? So I don't know if you guys remember back a couple of years ago, Jalen Samuels for running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was tight end eligible his rookie year. So when they drafted him, he was like a tight end running back hybrid. So Yahoo had tight end and running back eligibility. James Conner got hurt in the playoffs. In every league, I picked him up, and I was able to play a starting running back in my tight end spot and just completely murdered everybody.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a good win.
Nice.
Good win.
It's
just being smart and minding your. That's all it's doing is being smart and minding your fantasy team. That's what you just got to be a. What's the word I'm looking for? You just got to be an up-to-date owner. You know what I mean? You just got to be up-to-date.
Savvy player.
I firmly believe the reason why I'm winning, like as of lately, I've started to make a comeback in Angelo's league here. But the reason why I win, I firmly believe that I'm up like 4 hours before everybody even wakes up. So like I'm sitting there scouting the waiver wire, and it's not. I'm doing it on purpose. It's just that's what time I wake up.
It's all the time you put into it. So Wednesdays when waivers run, I am up at 2:00 right after waivers clear. So I am picking up everybody that I want that was not claimed by anybody else.
Right.
When
like
2:00 comes around.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
2:00 comes around. It's a free for all. 95% of the people that you're playing fantasy football with are sleeping at that time. So you're on there. You have the pick of the litter. Whoever you want, you're getting that did not have a claim on them.
Right.
It's just all the time you put. The more time you put, the more successful you'll be. The less time you put, your team's gonna shit the bed.
Well, you are a fantasy freak though, too, Ty. Like, how many leagues are you in this year?
I have 7. Okay, so it's 7 dynasty leagues, 10 redraft, and then I have like 15 best ball leagues.
Okay, so you're at like 30 fucking leagues. Just under 30 leagues total.
Best ball, you don't have to do anything. You draft your team, and then you get your best lineup every week. So it's 17 teams that I have to keep track of every week.
Well, still okay. So still, yeah, that's a big part of your income every year. So you're like a fantasy fucking, you're like a fantasy Rain Man. I don't know what to tell you. All right, so moving on from the Saints-Falcons game, let's keep this thing rolling here because we still got a couple games to get to. We got the Bengals and the Washington football team. I'm taking the Bengals in this game. Joe Burrow going to bounce back this week. I love this kid, man. I'm riding the Bengals dick.
You've been riding. Yes, you have ridden him all year.
I like the kid,
nothing.
Man.
He's done nothing but stab you in the heart every time.
You know what? You know what though? He's not in New York, so I love him.
Whatever.
Plain and simple. He doesn't play for any New York team, so I love the guy. Tyler, what were you gonna say?
I said he got you a tie, so he got you something.
Yeah, he got me a tie. He didn't break my heart that week. Okay, he didn't break my heart that week. I'm taking the Bengals over the Washington football team. But this game, I'm actually really excited to watch this game because listen, man, I love Alex Smith. I loved him when he was in San Fran. I loved him when he was in KC. He got that fucking gruesome injury in Washington. I mean, but the guy, he's just a good quarterback. He's everything that I wanted Mitchell Trubisky to be. And that's 100%. That was my ceiling for Mitchell Trubisky. I didn't want Drew Brees. I didn't want Brett Favre. I didn't want Jay Cutler. I wanted Alex Smith, a game manager who can march you down the field, dumping fucking little out routes, little slant plays.
She was everything. She was everything I ever wanted, and I didn't get her in this girl. That's what we're doing. We're still talking about the Bears team. Mm-hmm. Stop it, Mike. You're making me sad.
I can't help it. But, yep, I'm taking the Bengals in this one. Tyler, who are you taking?
Angela, you want to go first?
Yeah, I got Washington.
Oh, surprise.
Yeah. Okay.
I got Washington.
Okay. Ty.
All right. I'll take the Bengals.
Oh, yeah.
But
wait, did you want me to go first just so you could pick against me because we're so close?
No, I would. So if you were going to take the Bengals there, I was going to take the football team because I don't have a dog in this race, but
right.
I want.
So you're getting a little worried about your ranking now, are you?
No, I'm just trying to build my lead.
I mean, it's a smart. He's got a 5-game lead. It's not a bad thing to try to do.
He's doing the same exact thing I'm doing, just at the top tier. That's all he's doing.
Right.
No,
but no,
I picked Washington. I
should have just kept my mouth shut. I should have kept my mouth shut on my initial plan on how I'm slowly chopping the wood and building up the ladder to you guys. I should have kept my mouth shut, and then none of you would have been on to me and doing the same shit I'm doing. You fucking cheating fucks.
I'm just picking. But I don't think I think Alex played really well last week.
You cheating motherfuckers, you.
So. The Alex Smith stuff, man, is as great as a story that is. I hate seeing him out on the field right now. Every time he gets hit, I'm so worried that fucking leg's gonna.
You can't live in fear of the guy. The guy's like, his fucking leg is titanium. Nobody's gonna break that.
Man, it's just so fucking. It's just so scary out there seeing him play. I don't want to see it. It's such a big story, but
I think that shows nothing but fucking balls, dude. Alex Smith has the biggest balls in football, and he's like,
yeah, it'll show nothing but balls until he's in the fucking hospital again.
I think Alex Smith,
what an idiot.
I think Alex Smith is the toughest dude in the NFL for coming back out here and playing the way he's been playing. as of the last 3 weeks. He has been fucking balling out. And listen, fight me on it. I don't care. Alex Smith's a tough motherfucker. And listen, he does it, man. He does it, and he's doing it. So let him keep on doing it. We
haven't watched what Nick Foles is going to do. Okay,
Nick Foles, fuck that fucking guy. Why did you do that? You brought him up this time, you fucker.
I know.
All right, we're moving up. Finally, we make it to the afternoon games. We got Jets and the Chargers in San Diego. Oh, I fucking hate this game. I really hate this game because the Chargers can't fucking win a game, and the fucking New York Jets suck. So this isn't a good game for me. I'm not picking first. One of you dickheads pick first.
Chargers.
Sure. Yeah. It's not even that difficult. The Jets always seem to fail.
No, but this is okay. No, but this is the game that the Jets fucking win, and I don't take them.
So that's what you say every week, and then you take them and they lose. You say that every week about every single New York team. This is the week that they win, and then they lose, and then you're like,
I'm taking the Jets. I'm taking the Jets. Lock it in. I'm taking the Jets.
All night tonight. I'm gonna hear my Twitter feed, my notifications blowing up. Fat Mike hates the Jets, hates New York, hates this, hates that. Fuck New York, fuck their people, fuck the football team. Everybody sucks. And then I'm gonna just say, I told you so. I told you.
No, I'm taking the Jets. I'm taking the Jets only because I got to gain some ground here, and both you guys took the Chargers. But Joe Flacco looked good. The offense has looked better since Adam Gase. Look at me. I'm trying to sell myself on this fucking pick. I'm not. Whatever. I'm taking the Jets. I don't care. The next game, Dolphins Broncos. What, Tyler? What are you shaking your head at?
Bet you took the fucking Jets.
I'm not betting them. Well, I actually am betting the fucking assholes today, plus 9.5. But yeah. But okay, whatever. Dolphins Broncos. Who are we taking?
I have. I'll go for. Yeah,
man, Tyler's like Dolphins. Yeah, it's Dolphins across the board. The Broncos fucking suck. They're bad. They're really
Who's
bad.
Starting from
Rippin today? Rippin today, starting quarterback.
Rippin is not starting. Drew Lock is playing through injury.
No, then definitely.
Yeah, they're trying to hurt him. They want him to get hurt so bad that he can't play anymore. That's their goal here. They're like, well, he got broken leg. He can't play ever again. We're going to move on from him.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, dude, I like what Tua's been looking like, and that Dolphins team is looking really good. They need some more pieces on defense, but they're looking really good.
I would still bet the under.
Phenomenal.
I know, but can you imagine if they landed like an actual top tier safety or a cornerback? They'd be fucking lights out.
Or maybe a Khalil Mack trade in the offseason.
They have tons of picks still left and tons of cap room. That team is just going to just keep getting better.
That's what I'm saying. Who has the draft capital? The Dolphins. They could be like, hey, we would love a Khalil Mack on our team. Here's a first-round draft pick. Send his ass over.
Again, I think you took the lead in mentioning the Bears.
It's hard.
Tyler, you're the judge. Who's brought up the Bears more today? Me or Angelo?
I'm pretty sure it's going to tie.
It's probably Angelo. Angelo's the Bears fan. Bears.
No, I'm talking about getting rid of everybody. What do you mean?
You're still bringing them up, though. Stop bringing them up.
All right. Okay.
All right.
We'll see who does it next.
And we move on. We move on to the next week's game. Or the next week's game. The next game. Cowboys at the Minnesota Vikings. This game sucks, but I think the Minnesota Vikings are going on a little baby run. And I'm taking the Vikings in this game. Tyler.
I got the Vikings. Fuck Mike McCarthy.
Angelo, what do you think about the Vikings?
So here's another fun fact. If the Vikings win today, they're also tied. So hold on real quick. If the Lions and the Vikings win, then there's a 3-way tie for second place. I think both of those teams realize the opportunity that they're given now. I'm going to take the Vikings in this game.
So there's another point for Angelo on bringing up bringing.
I never said their name. What are you talking about? There was never a name mentioned. All I said was if they win, then there's a 3-way tie in second place because that is facts towards this game. The fact that with that opportunity out there, I think the Vikings are going to go into it. Mike Zimmer's a smart coach. I think he's going to be like, hey, this is our chance to make up that ground that we lost in the beginning of the year. Go out there and play your asses off. And I think they're going to win. Not just because the Cowboys suck, but I think that's a legit reason. Yeah, Mike McCarthy's going to be gone after next year. So
no, they fired Mike McCarthy.
I hope so. Fuck that.
They're not fired him. All right, moving on from that shitty game, but the Vikings, like I said, are going on a little baby run, man. I said it a few weeks ago that both the Vikings and Detroit would go on a nice little run there. I do remember saying it. The winner of that game was Vikings-Detroit. Remember? You guys remember? I said the winner of this game is going to go on a little run, and it happened. But both teams, I think Detroit can seriously be 5-5 on Thanksgiving and still be in the playoff hunt. Like, that's nuts. So can the Vikings. That's crazy.
The Bears are 5-5 and still in the playoff hunt.
Now you're bringing them up. Stop bringing them up. All right, stop bringing them up. All right, next game. This is one of the better games. The next 3 games are the best games of the week, in my opinion. We got the Green Bay Packers against the Colts in Indy. This is going to be a tough game. I'm going to lead this game with you, Ty. I mean, I know that you're a Packer fan. I know that you always pick the Packers, but this is a tougher matchup than what the Packers have seen all year. So I want your thoughts on this game. What are you taking?
Green Bay. Go Pack.
Yeah.
So Jair Alexander's coming back this week on defense. One of the top 5 cornerback in the league, so that'll help. We were missing our top 2 cornerbacks last week.
Top 5? It was like a stretch.
Jair Alexander? Yeah.
I'd say maybe top 10. Maybe top 10. Top 5?
No way. Stretch. Top 5.
That's
who is this?
You said Jair Alexander. Bro.
Dude, go pull up his stats. Go pull
Get
up
out of here.
Stats.
I don't care. Stats nothing. Kyle Fuller had good stats too. People are like, oh, he's tough. No, Kyle Fuller ain't that good. Let me just be honest.
Nathan Vasher had good stats. Now he's washing cars.
Devin Hester was a cornerback who got converted into a wide receiver. So I think he's overrated.
And he sucked at both positions.
That's true.
Yeah, he did.
Personally, I mean, I'd put him top 10. I wouldn't put him top 5. That's a stretch.
I mean, all right. Either way, still one of the top cornerbacks in the league. He's coming back. He's going to shut down. I hope he takes Pittman instead of T.Y. Hilton because T.Y. Hilton is washed. But
T.Y. Hilton's old. He's ancient.
T.Y. Hilton's only like 29 years old. It's crazy.
But the guy has like 11 concussions in that 29 years in the last 7 years.
Because Andrew Luck left that guy out to dry forever.
He may be 29 years old, but his brain is 94.
Yeah.
All right.
Andrew Luck would just lead that guy right into a fucking brick wall. Just boom, catch the ball and you're out. That's it.
I do. This is it. Okay, so you're taking the pack, Ty. I get it. That's cool. This game's a tough game for me, man. Angelo, I'm going to let you go for it too, man. I know where you're going because you never picked the Packers.
Well, no. So here's the thing. I have the Packers in something else, right? Packers, but here's my thought process. Aaron Rodgers struggles so badly against good defensive lines and good defenses, period. I don't know what it is. He balls out against terrible teams, and everyone's like, oh, my God, he's the greatest gift since blah, blah, blah. And then he plays a strong defense, and he plays like shit. It's proven. I think if I didn't have certain things, jelly beans riding on this game, I would pick the Colts. I'm gonna pick the Colts.
I thought he was gonna take him there.
I want them to win for other reasons, but I don't think they're going to win.
Right. That's just you want them to win for financial reason. You could say it. Right. You want them to win for financial gain.
Right.
So this game's tough for me, man. I like the I hate the fucking Packers, but I love Aaron Rodgers in that offense. I love Devontae Adams. He's back and he is playing.
Is he playing?
He is playing. He did have a banged up ankle on the Wednesday injury report. He was questionable all week. He was supposed to be a game time decision, but they announced it yesterday. They announced it
on Friday.
Yeah. Yeah, full practice on Friday, and they announced yesterday that he is off the questionable list and will be a full participant in today's game, unlimited. So he's not going to be limited as well, which is nice. I like Aaron Jones, but after that, I think Alan Lazard comes back this week too.
Alan Lazard is back.
So that's a
chill out. Alan Lazard over here.
Better than the two options. Oh, you son of a bitch. You tricked me into that,
man.
you motherfucker.
Relax.
All right? You tricked me into that. You know that. You baited me into
that.
That's
Scantly. Bro, these are just number 4 wide receiver.
MVS. You listen, Rodgers just needs bodies out there. He's better than MVS, but he just
definitely. 100% he's better. Scantly's only good because he's fast and he can get down the field. That's it.
Can't catch a fucking ball.
What did Scantling do last week that the Chicago Bears didn't?
Well, he scored 2 touchdowns, I believe.
He scored a touchdown.
Oh, I mean, hey, they also have Aaron Rodgers.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling single-handedly last week outscored the fucking Chicago Bears.
Mike, every team anybody who scores a touchdown single-handedly outscores the Chicago Bears. What do you mean? So, the Bears put up 6 points.
Well, if the Jets can score a decent amount tonight, or not tonight, today, they can pass the Bears to be the 31st ranked offense, and the Bears will be dead last.
Wait a minute. I don't believe it. Matt Nagy is an offensive genius. What are you trying to say here?
Offensive guru genius, dude.
Quarterback whisperer. All right, why are we talking about this team?
Yeah,
this
God damn it. Tyler brought it up this time.
Tyler brought it up. What a jerk.
Laramie Tunzel for the Texans is out against the Patriots with the flu.
Yeah, because he's doing fucking bong rips in the gas mask again.
Mike, you got to make a pick for this game.
Hey, bro. I can't come in today because I'm pretty stoned in this mask, so I'm not going to come in today, bro.
Sounded like Darth Vader and shit.
Hey, Coach.
Who do you have for this game?
I don't know, man. I don't know who I'm taking in this game. This game's tough.
So you just L? We'll put an L. Loss.
Almost, yeah. I'm going to take...
You know you're going to say it.
I'm going to... motherfucker.
Just do it.
I'm going to take the Colts.
Nice. I was not expecting that.
I'm going to take the Colts. I like the emergency of this Michael Pittman Jr. kid. I think that the running game for the Colts can get back up and off the ground again this week. They've been struggling as of late with Nyheim Hines. They've been struggling as of late with that fucking dude out of Wisconsin that I love, Jonathan Taylor. All right, they've been struggling with him. He hasn't been the first 6 weeks of the year. He was outstanding. He's kind of hit a wall here.
They always say strength versus weakness, right? So the Colts' strength is their defense,
right?
And Aaron Rodgers is poor against good defenses. Packers' weakness is run defense.
Right.
I think that the Colts are going to run all over this team.
I think it can happen. And I really
and it's
like
not
Michael
just because I don't like the Packers. It's legit. Those are 2 areas that the Packers have struggled in.
Mike can run for 100 yards on that Packers defense.
Yeah, it's
I don't know about that. All right, I don't run anywhere.
You could walk.
I can walk the 100 yards, but then I'm fucking stopping every 10 yards because I'm out of breath. All right. So there we go. We got 2 Colts. Yeah, layer by layer, exactly. We got 2 Colts, 1 Packs. So there we go. The next game, tonight's game, which is going. Listen, I picked it. I picked it in the week, and it was one of my best picks of the year. In fact, it was my favorite pick this year that I bet. I took the Raiders on the money line straight out the first time they played against the Chiefs, and I won some money on that game. I don't think that is going to be the case today. It's the Chiefs at the Raiders tonight for Sunday Night Football. I am taking the Chiefs, and I think the Chiefs, could just fucking roll them, but it's going to be close. I take the money line. Is it still at 8.5 or is it at 9 now?
It has dropped down to 7.5.
Wow. Okay, so I was good.
I bought the points. I bought the extra half point. I dropped it to -7.
Okay. Yeah. See, I took the Raiders plus 8.5. I don't think it's going to happen. It could happen, but I'm taking the Chiefs in this game. Angelo, who are you taking?
So you know how the Tampa Bay Bucks always seem to struggle against the Saints? It seems like the last couple of years when the Raiders have played Kansas City struggled a little bit. They looked rough that first game. That's their only loss this year is against the Raiders. I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders. It's in Oakland, right?
It's in Las Vegas.
That's what I meant. Sorry, Vegas.
Viva Las Vegas.
As much as I think the Chiefs are going to win, I have to try to make up some ground, and I'm assuming Tyler picks the Chiefs. I'm going to take the.
I was full blown confident that the Raiders were going to win in that week 3. What is it? Week 3 or week 4, whatever it was.
Yeah,
week 6. It could have been. I don't know what it was, but I was full blown confident in the Raiders that week, and I picked the Raiders. And the reason I was so confident is because at the time the Chiefs' run defense was dog shit. They've seemed to tighten that up a little bit over the last couple of weeks here. We all know what John Gruden loves to do. He loves to run the ball. So I mean, Angelo,
right,
I'm not trying to sway you either. I'm not trying to sway you.
I think Kansas City's going to win. I was only thinking Raiders because they won last time, and I needed to make up some ground. So I was like, maybe I'll get lucky. The Raiders will pull one out. But I think Kansas City's going to win, so I'm just going to go with Kansas City.
All right, Tyler.
Kansas City. The only explanation needed is Andy Reid off of a bye.
Right, yeah, that's true too. Andy Reid is very good off of a bye. So we have all 3 Chiefs across the board, right?
Yeah.
This is too many Chiefs, not enough Indians.
Oh, no, never mind.
I was going to, but
Too many Chiefs, not enough Indians, guys. Too many Chiefs, not enough Indians. All right, but here we go. For the last game of the week, tomorrow night's game, we got the Rams against the Buccaneers, and it's going to be a tough game. I don't like this game at all. I don't like this game.
I love this game.
What are you laughing at?
I think that Tampa Bay is going to.
What are you laughing at?
I think Tampa Bay is going to roll the.
Are you laughing at my too many Chiefs, not enough Indians?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, well, that's cute. Thanks.
I'll go first. I have Tampa Bay. I think they're going to destroy this Rams team. I think they just figured some shit out against every other team except for the Saints. They're good. They have a lot of weapons. Their defense is really good. They looked good last week. I don't believe in Jared Goff. I think I wouldn't be surprised if Tampa Bay defense has a touchdown this week. Pick 6. So I'm taking Tampa Bay.
Tyler.
I got Tampa Bay. I just think, they have too many weapons. So Jalen Ramsey's going to shut down Mike Evans, but they have too many weapons outside of Mike Evans. They still got Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown. I think Antonio Brown can get his first touchdown this week.
I think he has a big game.
Jared Goff is miserable under pressure. They're going to be in his face all game long. They just lost. Who the hell did they lose last week?
Rams won. Rams won last week.
No, they lost their right tackle.
Yeah. What's his name? Alex Wilford.
Alex Wolford.
Yeah.
But I think the Bucs are going to be in Jared Goff's face, and when he has pressure, it's a turnover bonanza. He's giving the ball to everybody. You get a pick. You get a pick. You get a fumble. Right. So right. I think the Bucs are going to just destroy that team.
For some strange reason that I don't know, I'm going to take the Rams in this game. I don't know why. It's not because I'm behind on points. I literally have a gut
all
feeling.
Over the Rams the whole show.
I know, and I think they're phonies. But you're right. I have been shitting on them the entire show. Yeah. I think they're phonies. But this is one of those games that they win, and then they'll lose to it like the Jets if they play them or something like that. Like they play. This is the prime example of a team that plays up to their competition and down to their competition. And this is the first meeting since the Super Bowl where Tom Brady beat out McVay and the Rams in the Super Bowl since they've met in that 10-3. What was it, like a 10-3, 13-10, 10-3 Super Bowl or some shit like that? It was boring as fuck. But I'm gonna take the Rams in this game. I don't know why. I just feel like the Rams are the right pick here. That's who I'm taking. So there you go. And that wraps it on up. So we got all our picks in.
I just want to say this real quick, Mike. I think you're going to be very angry at the end of this week. I just think you're going to be mad because you picked the Rams. You're going to be even more mad because you picked the Jets. I think you're just going to be in a bad mood.
Somehow the Bears are going to get shut out on their bye week.
Yeah,
we're gonna get a Twitter video with him fucking losing his fucking mind.
I don't know why I always pick the goddamn Jets to win. Everything in New York sucks. Their pizza, their women, their city, it's all garbage. Fuck New York.
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna drop a video that just says, "I told you." Don't Jets.
I told you, Mike. I told you. No, you know what? Fuck it. Listen, I'm on the New York Jets train, guys. I'm taking them. I took them. I took the Jets.
We're all pretty even here, except for a couple games. We all picked Arizona on Thursday that lost, but we all have the Steelers, the Lions, Miami, Vikings, Colts, Chargers. I mean, Chiefs.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't take the Chargers. I took the Jets.
There's a few. We know. there's a few games that we can make up some ground here, but I still think that the standings are going to stay pretty similar at the end of this week.
I think this is where Fat Mike overtakes Angelo Camacho this week. This is what I think happens.
The Jets, bro. You lost that game already.
Jets. Jets suck. There we go.
Hey,
you picked the
Mike,
Jets and you picked Cleveland.
if you are going to bet on the Jets, find the best line you could possibly find and send me the money, and I will pay you out those odds.
I got the 9.5. I took the 9.5.
Oh, I thought you were betting on the money line. If you're betting
No,
on the money line,
I've smartened up. I quit doing parlay money lines. I've smartened up and started doing over-unders and starting to do the points.
I think it's more fun that way, though.
What, the outrights?
No. When you bet like the spread.
Oh yeah, like you were saying yesterday, it keeps you more into the game.
Right. You're
even if you know that Jacksonville is going to fucking lose, and that's all you need. Come on, Jacksonville! That's all I need is a field goal. You know what I mean?
Right.
No,
shit like that.
It gives you better chance of winning, I think.
Right.
All right, but I have a couple streamers for the week for fantasy. If you're in a tough spot,
Do it up. Give us your bets, Ty. Give us your bets, and then give us your fantasy guys.
All right, I'll go bets first then.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna hold on really quick before you get I gotta drop off real quick. One of my dogs is going apeshit by the door.
All right. So first bet, Julio Jones over 80.5 receiving yards with Marshawn Lattimore being out today. Second one, Green Bay money line. You don't have to tell that. That's just me. I like the Packers today. Kansas City -7. So the books have it listed at 7.5 right now. I bought the extra point to get away from the hook. So I think I got that -124. So a little bit worse odds than -7.5, which is -110. But I'll buy the extra half point to stay away from the hook. And the other one, we're going to ride it from last week, is J.D. McKissick over 4.5 receptions. Over the last 2 weeks that Alex Smith has been quarterback, he has seen 29 targets. 29 targets. So I think he has a chance to hit over 4.5 receptions by halftime. If Alex Smith loves peppering running backs and tight ends with targets close to the line of scrimmage. So, I think that's my favorite bet this week. It was my favorite bet last week too. So,
you want to tell again, just so I hear it, like a repeat?
Was I?
No, just so that just so everybody gets it for sure, because I missed it, so I might.
J.D. McKissick over 4.5 receptions.
Okay.
So that's my favorite. It's not the best odds. It's -162 right now. If you possibly wait a little bit, so many people will probably bet on it that it'll probably go up to it'll go up to 5.5 is the line. I still like 5.5. That'll probably give you better odds if it bumps up to that. Or if you use a book that allows you to do a prop builder or something like that, you could bump it up to 5.5 for better odds. I still like that. But just the way Alex Smith is peppering him with targets, I'm going to ride that until the wheels fall off.
Yeah, smart play. Smart play.
All right.
What's your thought on the Jaguars plus the 10.5?
Probably not going to touch that because
Yeah.
we saw last week that the Steelers don't really want to run the ball. They controlled that whole game against the Bengals, but Big Ben just continued to chuck it all over the field. So I mean, if they do that against the Jags, I think they can run that up.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, all right. So fantasy guys here, QB. These are guys under. I have one guy here that's 53%. He'll be a tight end, but everybody else is under 50% rostered. If you're in a pinch this week and you need to plug and play a guy, QB, I got Taysom Hill. Especially if you're on Flea Flicker or ESPN and he's still available somehow, plug him in your wide receiver or tight end spot. But if you're in a pinch this week or 2 QB league, Taysom Hill, Kirk Cousins going against the Dallas defense, and Alex Smith. Alex Smith's a last-ditch effort, but he has a decent matchup. Running backs, this is probably the worst week for guys to plug and play at running back if you're in a tough situation. I got LaMichael Pirine for the Jets. They're coming off a bye. They've said they wanted to get him more involved, so I think he has a chance to get 7-8 points. Nothing spectacular, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And Jordan Wilkins is the other guy. So over the last couple of weeks, we've seen with the Colts they like to play the hot hand. A couple weeks ago was Jordan Wilkins. Sometimes it's Jonathan Taylor. Then last week it was Naheem Hines. Jordan Wilkins, if he starts the game out, has a couple nice runs, they're gonna roll with him. So it's a shot in the dark. It's a dart throw, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. If you're projected to lose by a lot or there's nobody available, he's a guy that has the chance to hit at least 10 points. Wide receiver here, I got Curtis Samuel, Michael Gallup, and Jalen Reagor. I don't feel very comfortable about any of those guys, but when you're in a tough spot, you have to do what you have to do. Tight end.
Really quick, Ty, I don't mean to cut you off. What is the percentage of leagues that Michael Pittman Jr. is available in? He's a guy that he's a guy that I picked up in like 3 leagues this past week.
He's over 50% after waivers ran. Because I would have put him on there, but yeah, I believe he's over 50%. Pittman he's 41% actually. I just grazed right over him. So yeah, he's another guy you can plug and play.
And where would you rank those wide receivers at? In order, where would you rank those guys at? Must adds.
All right. So I'd probably go Gallup out of those 4 guys, Gallup, Pittman, Curtis Samuel, and Jalen Reagor. Or actually, Gallup, Samuel, Pittman, Reagor.
Okay.
And then, all right, tight end here. This is the one guy that's over 50%, but he's at 53%. If you guys have been listening to the show at all this year, this is one guy I've been given every single week because they just pepper him with targets. He doesn't do a whole lot with it, but if you're in a PPR league, he just gets peppered. It's Logan Thomas every week. He doesn't do a whole lot, but what can you expect from tight end? It's a goddamn wasteland. And then
it's true.
The other guy I have at tight end is Dalton Schultz. So Dalton Schultz, I believe he's averaging like I don't want to say this wrong. Hold on. Let me pull up his stats. But I know
he's getting about 8 points a game.
He's been getting targeted a lot.
Right. He's an immediate check down for the backup quarterbacks that are the Dallas Cowboys.
All right. So week 9 against the Steelers, he had 7 targets. Philadelphia, he had 8 targets. 4 targets against Washington. 5 targets against Arizona. So, I mean, you could do a whole lot worse at your tight end spot if you're getting a guy that's targeted 5 to 8 times a game. That's what you're asking for a streamer with a possibility to put one in the end zone.
All right.
And
What do
that
we?
is all I have.
What's your lock bet of the week, Ty?
I'm
Give
not
us your
doing this
lock.
again.
Yeah, you're
I'm
doing
not
it
doing
again.
this again.
Let's do it again.
There's no such thing as a lock.
There's a lock this week somewhere.
I
There's
got a lock.
Good.
Cole
You bet
Kmet
the
touchdown.
over. I played that the last 4 weeks, and ever
Cole
since that
Kmet,
first,
Cole
I'm
Kmet
not
for
gonna
2
get
touchdowns.
I'm not gonna get into that. Ever since I hit on that one, I was like, dude, they're gonna feature him more, and it just go worse and worse. So I like a simple little parlay. I got the over in the Kansas City Raiders game with a Hilaire touchdown. That's it's nothing major, but $10 will net you $13. That's a pretty good one. That's a lock, I think. There's gonna be a lot of points scored in that game. Maybe if you want to dabble with an extra, throw somebody on from Las Vegas on there too, who's a prime target for Vegas. Waller,
Josh Jacobs, Darren Waller.
yeah, Waller's pretty good. You do that, you're at $59. That's a pretty solid bet. Make a little bit of money. You don't want to, if you're looking to be a millionaire, that's something that you might want to double with.
My lock this week. I got a lock this week too. My lock is for Jacksonville to cover the spread. That's my lock. That's my lock this week. The last time I checked, it was at 10.5. Pittsburgh always plays down to their competition. So there we go. I'm taking the Jags plus 10.5. Tyler, what's your lock, bro? What's your lock, bro?
It's not a lock, but my favorite bet of the week is J.D. McKissick over 4.5 receptions.
Okay, that's a lock. Tyler locked it in.
Lock it in.
Yeah, really quick, guys. I just wanted to tell you something. I was working all day in the yard yesterday, doing a bunch of cutting down bushes, like I was telling you guys prior. But I got new underwear, right? So, and I was working in the yard all day, doing shit, lifting stuff, cutting down stuff, and well, this morning from the new underwear, I have an extremely sore perineum. It's bad. It's inflamed. I need baby powder. I need menthol powder. Just poof, like a little light poof, like a little light douching on my perineum.
Why do we always get into this?
If you would have bought yourself the Perfect Package Manscaped 3.0 package that we gave out as a raffle, it came with ball deodorant.
I am
anti-chafing deodorant.
I got to do something down there, man. These underwear, we got to find an underwear sponsor, like Duluth or something like that has to sponsor us. Shout out to.
I'm pretty sure Gold Bond has
Gold Bond,
anti-chafing Gold Bond shit. You should take a look at.
Yeah, I mean, I got to do something. It's a little steamy down there. Not steamy like hot. It's spicy down there where. It feels like it's rubbed raw.
Gingerly, a little ginger today.
Yeah, I'm walking around
bow-legged.
Yeah, I feel like I ripped my taint. It's bad. Gross. My fleshy fun bridge is inflamed.
All right.
So there you go, guys. And that's Talking Football Week 11, huh? Talking about taints. Talking taints here on Talking Football Week 11.
Talking taints. Oh yeah.
T-shirt.
Talking taints.
I don't even know how you would draw a taint. How would you draw a taint?
The fleshy fun bridge. I don't think I've ever heard that in my life.
I like that one.
Nick Foles out with what injury? Fleshy fun bridge inflammation. Probably. Fucking pussy.
He'd be bawling his eyes out on the cart too.
Yeah, they'd have to take him out on the cart. You'd think they're gonna fucking sever his leg off. Matinee compressor.
I swear to God, I thought he was.
Hold on, breaking news.
Before we get out of here, report from Ian Rappaport: Naheem Hines could get the bulk of the carries today against the Packers.
No.
What says over under for yards?
I will pull that up right now. Let's see.
Because it might be lock it in.
Lock it in. Nick Foles has perineum inflammation.
The Packers have just gone to 2-point underdogs. And let's see.
Just with that news?
Yeah,
30 and a half is Naheem Hines rushing yard total.
No, I'd bet the over on that all fucking day.
Right.
Smash that.
I'm locking it in right now.
That's his
that's
lock.
a
That's his lock. He locked it.
No.
You said it, motherfucker. You locked it. It's a lock. It's a lock. Tyler DeMouse said it. I wish I had the rewind button.
We should get a sounder that is like pop a lock, and it's just like every time Tyler makes a lock, then he can't back out of it.
You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna look that up
We
right
have the
fucking
sounder
now.
and
I'm doing that as soon as this is over. Tyler locked it in. Naheem Hines. It's a lock. He even said it. He's locking it in. 30 and a half yards over for Naheem Hines today. It's a lock, guys. It is a lock. So on that note, there we go, guys. We are done with Talking Football Week 11. Join us on Wednesday for the Fat Mike Chicago Sports Show. Could have a special guest there, maybe. Some more news for Talking Football here. Our guy, Eric Lambert, over at Sports Mockery, starting next week throughout the rest of the year, is going to be joining us, talking the Chicago Bears, which should be a real cool time, hanging out with him, talking with him over the next, 6 weeks we have left? So 7 weeks we have left talking Bears, or 6 weeks. So we'll be talking Bears with him. He'll be coming on for about 10, 15-minute segments here, talking with us, giving us the ins and outs of what's going on with the Bears, reviewing his articles and all the other good stuff. And, make sure you guys hit the store, www.superiorembroidery.net/fatmike/shop/home. All right, that's what we need. And then make sure you guys also go see our up-to-date news and articles at www.the1252sports.wordpress.com. There's where we'll be writing our articles and all that other good stuff. Eventually, it'll all be linked up to one thing where you can just click one link and get it all going. But on that note, guys, it's week 11. Let's enjoy the Bears having a bye week. I'm going to go baby powder my taint, and hopefully everything's good to go, okay? But on that note,
Aaron Rodgers' rushing yards is only a 3.5. I would think he'd have more than 3 yards rushing. He falls forward 3 yards. You would think.
Well,
I think.
lock it in.
Let me pull up Aaron Rodgers' rushing total on the season. So he's eclipsed that mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times out of 9 games so far this year.
9 games, yeah. I would think.
Wait, hold on. You said 3.5, right?
Yeah.
He is eclipsed at every game besides week 1.
Right. So why wouldn't you bet that shit? You know what I mean? Sorry.
There we go. There's a nice bet, Angelo.
Tyler?
Nice call.
Lock it in.
Tyler, are you going to bet it?
Well, unfortunately, DraftKings does not have that line. It doesn't have anything for his rushing yards.
Okay, so it's not a lock then.
I mean, nothing's a lock.
You're Naeem Hines. You just told everybody that's a lock.
No, I just said I locked my bet in.
Nope, we all heard it. Angelo, did you hear it?
Locked. See, that's why we need the sounder, so that the sounder hits. And like, he locked it.
You locked
it.
The last time you forced me to say a bet was a lock was Alexander Madison, and he completely shit the fuck bet because Kirk Cousins is a terrible fucking quarterback.
And we gave you shit the next week. Alexander Madison. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. He had like 7 rushing yards.
Alexander Madison day. Woo!
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was a day. We dedicated the day to him.
Yeah, the whole day was
it was Alexander Madison day. Yeah. It was,
locked it in,
not a good day for me. Had him in all my DFS lineups. Started him in 11 leagues. Bet the fucking house on him. It was not good.
And now your car's repoed, so it's okay. Don't worry about it. All right, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out, guys. I'll figure it out. But yeah, no. All right, guys, that's week 11 talking football. We got to get the fuck out of here. We got stuff to do. Angelo, Tyler, thanks. It's going to be a good one. We will see you guys next week on Talking Football. Fuck the Packers. Hope they lose. Go Colts, go. All right, guys, we'll talk to you later. Peace.
Bye.